Here we are, persevering through on the Thursday morning at the Esri Southern Africa User Conference 2025. And I'm here with my old mate, my good friend and former colleague Hadley Ramas from the Housing Development Agency, or the HDA as it's commonly known. Hadley, welcome into my space. Welcome back. Good to see you again.
Thank you, Pete. It's good to see you again after so many years.
Yeah, always good to catch up with you. Hadley, tell me about what you've been up to with the good people at the HDA, how you're still using GIS to support your decision making. I know you've had a very strong and long relationship with the Esri team and the work that you've been doing there at the HDA. Some of it, I think you presented last time around. Tell us a bit about what you've been up to.
Okay, Pete. So I've been at the HDA for about 14 years now. I've grown from an analyst to manager into senior management. And my role has changed over the years. And over the years, although my functions have changed, the technology also changed, and that's what making GIS exciting. We're doing a lot. We're doing a lot of support to planners, to engineers, to our executives, to beneficiary administration. So we're across board, working in urban environments, in rural environments, and so forth. And applying GIS and applying geography in our environment makes that difference because we're working in urban environments, working with environmental data, infrastructure data, all of that. And that exposure just makes the field exciting for us.
For sure. And I mean, I guess a lot of the decision making and the nature of the work that you do is around land suitability, land availability, and its development potential. Are these some of the things that are routine things for you and the team?
Yes, they are. So the majority of the work that I do is to support our planners. So we always look for land that's suitable for development. And we're using a lot of satellite images. We have a lot of applications. We have a lot of internal applications that we'd like to expose to the world, or not to the world, to our field or to our different stakeholders in South Africa. So we've got a tool called the Land and Property Spatial Information System. It's been around for 15 years.
The Lapsus, right?
Yes, that's Lapsus. We've redeveloped it in-house with Esri technology, and there's a lot of need for it. So we're trying to use that tool to support our planners in their decision-making processes. And then we also have another application called NASLI, the National Human Settlements Land Indices, where we do analytics and where we show the value of the land, the environmental constraints, the topographical constraints, risks, and so forth, but also combining that with demographic information to see if this is the land, what is the potential of the land, what are the risks involved, and how can you use the land better.
Fantastic. And correct me if I'm wrong. Last time around, as you presented, and you were I think it's one of the first times I've seen that sort of dashboard technology being used and presenting information around housing units or housing development. You'll remind me what it was, but that was one of the first times I'd seen that used. Tell us a bit about that work and how that's progressed over the last couple of years.
Okay, so we are involved in a lot of projects in the HDA. We're involved in different provinces. So we have different people submitting information to us, but the information wasn't standardized across that we received. Wasn't standardized, and then our challenge was to standardize this information. So we started off developing a project tracking system. We used Esri technology. We took a survey application and maximized it and built it very close to being a project management system because it has the ability to track different projects, top structure units, service sites, beneficiary, bulk services, and so forth. Collect all of that information, know what the budgets are, know what the targets are, and then measure that and see how people are progressing using their skills. So with that, we were able to track progress on a weekly basis, tracking progress in terms of expenditure, and then against progress against the budgets. And that makes quite a difference because using that technology, we then use the survey information and develop a lot of dashboards for different purposes. Some of our dashboards were used for executives, where they can have a snapshot of what's happening in the organization. Others were used by our provinces to see how they are performing against their targets. And then also it's used by project managers to see how they are doing and managing their projects. So it had different purposes, it had different audiences, and it was all available on one platform, on the Esri platform.
So a common hymn sheet that everyone's reading from, that everyone can get behind in terms of a common reporting source for monitoring and evaluation purposes.
Yeah. Yes. That's what it's used for, and we've got now a database of hundreds of weeks of project information in one coherent database, and we know what's happened at any stage in the organization since we started with the application. So all of that is available. We know what we've done. We know the lessons learned, the risks, and so forth. And yeah, it's available on our system.
Where do people find, if you want to go into more detail, I mean, many people always researching housing. It's a common sort of research theme for students and so forth, people who are in the industry. Where can they find out more about the work that you're doing online?
You can access our website at www.thehda.co.za. And then you can always contact me. I'm available on LinkedIn. I'm always available to give advice to our younger generations and, yeah, grow them.
Well, all the very best, Hadley, to you and the HDA team there up in Joburg. It's always great to see you. Please keep doing what you're doing. And give my best to the team back home at base, and travel safely home tomorrow.
Thank you, Pete. All of the best to you too. And it was nice to see you again.
Lovely to see you. We'll see you at dinner tonight, yeah?
Okay, sure.
Cheers, buddy. All the very best.
Thank you.